Ah, yeah. So, Funimation shutting down. And yeah, it may not seem like I'm pissed off, but I mean, I am. And I'm actually angry for people. I love Funimation as not the app entirely, but because the UI's janky shit and it's just horrible to try to watch enough shows at one time. Anytime, because I will not watch the same show all the time. Sometimes I'll watch a few episodes of something and I'll be like, all right, let me go back over to this. Try to catch up on as much as I can. That's what I would do. I'd have a little bit of bugs or loading issues, buffering, stuff like that. So it's not perfect. The fact is, I also have been bringing this to work because it just makes it simpler to see. Because not really eyesight, it's just I'm tired of watching on a little bitty, phone. So on my lunch breaks, I like to actually sit down and watch on that, or look up YouTube stuff I might actually do a video on later or whatever. I'm actually thinking about. But Funimation being bought out, or has been bought out, and is finally just getting removed is absolute horseshit. Physical media is like god tier at this point. It's almost getting into, becoming such a rarity at this point. So I don't know if you can tell, but for the most part, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I am a big person about physical media. Most of the games that I bought PS4 and down, we'll say previous generations, because my PS5 is loaded with games that I haven't really bought the physical discs for. My Switch, I've actually bought duplicates a couple times just because there would be collector's items or stuff that I have to own one. But this is why I state physical media has to reign supreme. No matter what, we're going to have to stick to it. My animes and mangas, I still buy the books, I still buy the shows, I still, buy the physical part of it. I use Funimation to watch a lot of Fullmetal Alchemist often, like very often. Same reason why I only kept Netflix to watch like Avatar Last Airbender. But I'm always an advocate about the physical media, and this is a prime example. Because what they didn't tell you after they've said you could pretty much watch it forever, digitally. No, they entirely bent you all over, and now they are completely giving you the uncle treatment. It's the sex you didn't want, and they're definitely going to give it to you. And that's the problem. They're taking it all away. It's getting shut down by April, and pretty much everybody's going to lose it all. None of it, from what we understand right now, is going to go to Crunchyroll. People try to reach out, and they're pretty much radio silent on a lot of this. The weirdest thing is something I didn't know, I didn't pay attention to, but I was very confused because I got the email and it was telling me Funimation is going to shut down. Your $5.99 purchase will be changing over to $12.49 Canadian, which I didn't get that. I'm not Canadian, but apparently it's a typo and there's a big issue, and it's actually going to be like $10, which still it's double the price for pretty much no reason. I mean, they're getting more stuff, they're getting all the Funimation's library, but they're not bringing over what you've purchased and all this other stuff. I just don't see the purpose. The craziest part about it is I actually got done paying for Crunchyroll like this year. Back a month or two ago when my account, one of my Microsoft accounts, was hacked and somebody made some false purchases, I had to change my debit card over. So when I fixed all that up and started updating stuff, updating all my passwords and all this stuff, I just decided not to update Funimation. Or Crunchyroll. Didn't want to pay for it anymore. Because here's the biggest problem with Crunchyroll to me. Their UI, their entire interface, is dog shit. It's running off like Windows Vista. I can't get a show to load half the time, and when I do, I can't touch the controller, the remote. I can't touch it on my tablet, my phone, nothing. I can hit play, and I better hope it loads. And even when it loads, it may show a couple episodes in a row. Half the time, I have to close the whole app, force it to shut down or whatever. If it's on my TV, I have to unplug the whole damn TV. It is not well designed. It's completely not optimized at all. And maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I mean, Funimation, as well as it still wasn't great, it was leagues above this. And that was the whole reason why I stopped paying for, Crunchyroll. I couldn't watch my shows and actually enjoy them without having buffering issues. But I guess the saddest part is, all the people losing their digital content. It's going to be horrible that every one of you that's probably bought a lot of them, especially when it's an anime nerd, people like me, that I just don't buy them digitally. I try to buy them physically. I always use a lot of these websites to stream them, so I'm not really losing too much money in my way of thinking. But the thing is, if you purchase it on here, and I know if anybody's like me as a nerd, when you have the spare money and it's nerdy shit, you're going to buy it. It's something that you like. and buying it digitally just makes it easier. So we'll say like my setup in here, if I'm actually, editing, or I'm trying to, at one point in time, be on Discord with friends, playing Destiny 2, stuff like that, I would have the game playing. I'd have YouTube over on my other screen. Now I was setting up a TV for PlayStation. I was going to try to make this a multimedia room. So if anybody's like me, YouTube on one screen, the game you're playing, and maybe a walkthrough or some hints or the list of builds you want when you're trying to do something on a game. I always found it easy to have that. Now that's also kind of what this is for. I can also set this up, and since it's not going to be an issue with my computer, it's a lot quicker to type it up on here. But that's what I would use Funimation for. YouTube, Hulu. When I'm playing a game, I sometimes have background noise until something important's coming on the game. Then I gotta pause it, which seems redundant, but yes, I gotta pause it and then I'll go back to that. There's no telling how many hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars people have bought movies and shows off of this. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even know Funimation had a purchasable anything. I didn't know their content could be bought. I thought everything was streamable or not available. And of course, I gotta get stuck with Crunchyroll after I just didn't want it. And that's going to be the worst part, is the UI and the interface just being absolute dog shit. And I know I've already said it, but I don't know how anybody else is going to deal with it. I'm pretty sure they're going to lose subscribers. At the same time, when they're going to be getting all Funimation subscribers over, either the people are paying for both already, which I was at one point rather recently. So they're going to stay because it's already going to be the same garbage they were already dealing with. Some people are going to get fed up and quit. And people are already paying for Crunchyroll. They're probably not leaving. They're just going to get super excited that they get Funimation. But if I had to guess, almost everybody I know was doing Funimation and Crunchyroll. So I don't see it changing up much. Honestly, I just think the whole, UI and the actual everything else is just going to go to shit. And what problems they already have, since they're going to have this mass changeover, is just going to make it worse. But yeah, we need to have a good old hell to the, physical media, long live physical media type deal. Definitely try to go buy all the shows you can. I know it's super expensive. Like right now, I'm having to save up any type of money if I want to buy like Naruto. I want to buy the whole series of Naruto, not Boruto. Sorry, it sucks to me. I don't like it. But I would like to buy all of it, and it's hundreds of dollars. It's not cheap. Now, that's just for the manga. That's not including the TV show. But yeah, that's about all I got to say about this. Y'all have a good one.